Good evening, Mr. and Mrs. West Santa Clara, and everyone who really cares about what's going on the west side of the city. This is the West Side Story. I'm your host, John Casey. Not much in the crime report this week. It was kind of quiet. Interesting thing came up this week, though. Someone asked about why is Santa Clara so impressed with increasing their electricity production capabilities. Well, there's a real good reason. There are two completely fitted up data centers that can't be made operational until they get electricity, and the city is trying to get them electricity because that generates revenue. But it kind of gives a little perspective to why they need to upgrade so much. Just a heads up for the neighborhoods, September 24th, which is Monday night, the 49ers will be in town, and it's going to be a good game. Kickoff's at 5:15. It's in the afternoon, evening, and it should be a good game. We had a situation recently where a gentleman walked into the Santa Clara County Courthouse, and in his waistband was a replica of a firearm. However, he had by law, the end of a replica firearm must be painted orange. Okay, he had the orange part stuck down in his pants, so the deputies had to assume it was the real deal. What they did was to immediately draw their weapons and immediately arrested this fellow. When they discovered that it was not a real weapon, they were obviously very happy, but it's a really stupid thing to do. The reason they have all those sheriff's deputies at all the entrances is because they are looking for those kinds of things. Another thing that I think is kind of interesting is the sheriff's office has created this new program called Wanted Wednesday, and on Wednesdays they publish pictures of at least 3 people who are wanted. Oftentimes sex offenders, but not always. Sometimes sex offenders who've just failed to register, which is a crime in California, and they, for some reason, seems to happen with scary regularity. One other thing I wanted to touch on before we go our separate ways. Been a lot of talk about this recall movement on Suds Jane. And keeping with my charter, I'm not going to make a recommendation one way or the other. However, if you are interested in signing the petition to recall him, they'll be at the farmers market Saturday morning, Santa Clara Farmers Market. You can swing by there and sign if that's something that interests you. And that's it from the west side. Hope you have a great night and weekend. Thank you.